introduce the other Jaramogi's daughters. I'm here, they are here. All protocols observed. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, and Your Excellency, former President of Kenya, Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta, my sister-in-law, Canon Dr. Aida Odinga, and all distinguished guests. I'm Pauline Oginga. I'm a County Chief Officer, Public Service Administration, County Government of Mombasa. So I would wish just to say that we've been students of the late. He was a brother, he was a mentor, he was a supporter. He's someone who encouraged me to realize my potential. So in losing him today, I've not just lost a brother, but I've lost a strong support system. Our father died when we were young, and our brothers took over. So today, I feel bereaved twice. So for all of us who are his students, it's upon us to make sure that our spine is strong. We that his daughters. Long live the king and long live the crown. The king has gone, but the crown is still there. Jaramogi family will fight on, will stand strong, and we will prove that the genes are very strong. Thank you. Thank you. I'll write on the protocol already observed. I will not talk, but I will just clarify on my name because when I was reading the eulogy, I didn't make it clear. My name is Emily Anyango Oginga, and I'm a sister to the late Honorable Raila Odinga. I'll just say sorry. Sorry to the whole world. Sorry to Kenya. Well, Jakawur, Erokamano. So I also have my people here, my children. Let them introduce themselves.
Aya, kwa majina, naitwa Jaramogi Orango.
I like to work fast, and switching between all my work apps was slowing me down. With ClickUp, all my work is in one place. My docs, tasks, calendar, and even my team's chat is seamlessly connected so we can work efficiently.
Sasa, siwezi simama hapa, niseme ati naogopa kuongelesha nyinyi wote. Kusema ukweli, niko na jasho, natoa jasho ingine mbaya sana hapa juu. Lakini, kama ningesema hapana, mjue hata mimi, mamangu ako hapa na hata mimi nataka kuishi hadi hii. Sitaki kuongea, hata mimi mngeniweka tu pale tu. So, mimi nataka tu kusema kuna tu mtu mmoja unajua Raila ni mtu labda ulikuwa unampenda ama uko unampendi, lakini ni lazima ulikuwa unamheshimu. Hivi tu vile tunapendanga kupinga serikali. Unajua ni huyu mtu ndio alituletea hiyo, he gave us that ability to do that. Na sitaki kusikia ati ni mtu sijui alikuwa anapenda ukabila ama sijui nini. Kuna kitu kama hiyo. So napenda tu kusema asante kwa baba, na nataka ku pass my condolences kwa Auntie Aida na kila mtu mwingine. Asanteni sana kwa kukuja na kwa kunikusikiza. Asante.
Thank you. Then there's my daughter, Miriam. Let her introduce herself, but she's also a musician.
I'm also Ujite. I'm also kwa majina naitwa Miriam Wenwa Oranga. Kusema poleni sana sana kwa familia na we are walking this path together. So poleni sana kama familia na wananchi. Asanteni. All right. Hallelujah. 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 I heard there was a secret code that David played and it pleased the Lord. You don't really care for music, do ya? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor chord, and the major lift. Baffling, composing, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Rest in peace, Baba. Asanteni sana.
Thank you. Yeah, so now I'll have to say something. By the way, this is the most difficult eulogy that I have ever made. I'm not a guy, actually for the first time. I'm Yucatecna. My father used to call Oburu Wod Komolo Odu, and he used to call Raila Wod Luo. So then quickly the names changed to Wodi and Aluo. So me, I grew up knowing Raila as Aluo. Uburu was mostly away in school in South Nyanza. He didn't spend much time with us. But Raila would be left to look after us, to cook for us whenever my mother was away. And then Uburu said the other day that Raila liked news, even from the time he was a little child. Let me tell you, whenever he was left to look after us, and he's going to cook and it's news time, he would put me there to listen to news and then tell him later what had been said. Can you imagine? I'm supposed to listen to the radio, to the news, and when he comes, I'm supposed to tell him what was said in news. I was not more than 6 years old, I'm sure. I would hear the name of the newscaster. He was called Cosmas Bala, or what they call Work. And then I used to hear the name Accra, Ghana. And then I used to hear an advertisement, Vaseline hair tonic. But my English was poor. So when he came, I would only tell him those things. But then I would say, Vaseline hair tonic instead of Vaseline hair tonic. And then Uburu will tell you maybe how Raila was strong-headed in school. There was a rule that when you are caned by the teacher, you're supposed to get up, salute, and say, thank you, teacher, which he refused to do. Every time he would get up, walk away, say things about the teacher, maybe just mumbling, and the teacher would call him back, cane him.
I'm a terrible note taker. My notes look like doctor's handwriting mixed with abstract art. And my type notes, forget it. That's why I decided to fire myself as a note taker.
So Raila was a very, very disciplined. When he was a lecturer at the University of Nairobi, and also later when he was a director with Kenya Bureau of Standards, staying in his house was a nightmare. He would wake us up at 4 a.m. No matter what time he went to sleep, there would be a commotion. He's already going to take his morning jog and maybe take the dog also for jogging. And then by 6 a.m., he's ready to leave for work. He was working at the Kenya Bureau Standards. So when you're working under him, you could not be late, because if your boss is already there after just at 6 o'clock, you cannot even lie that you are there on time. And he introduced
tongue. Sorry. Then, as a family, I know most of you won't believe it, but we also used to have our differences. We have, even now, we have our differences, and we can have very hot arguments. Sometimes we used to have very hot arguments. You'll see that when he's trying to explain some of even his political moves, he will be looking at me because he knows me. I would not spare him. I used to tell him whether he wanted to hear it or not. So one time he came to my house, and then we were having a hot argument until my maid thought we were going to exchange fists. And he went to the toilet. Go walk about the right. Which going back to the cat. I couldn't. I refused. And then you can't believe it that the following day we were talking on the phone, laughing as if nothing had happened. That's the way he was. He was magnanimous. He was forgiving. So what I want to say is that because I know the overwhelming love that Raila was received, many, he is very happy. But Raila, because he was so compassionate, I'm sure the only thing that is making him unhappy is that some of the people who came to receive him back got hurt by our security. I know you are supposed to be peaceful, but even our security organs, surely you are well trained. You should be able to control around the crowd without killing them, without shooting, without hurting them. So as Raila's tribute and respect for Raila, let that be the last time that such a thing happens. I think that would be a befitting remembrance for Raila. Let me just say that there are few people. Ogeta, Morris, your father, you were behind him even at the last minute. The last talk, the last jog, the last step he took, you were behind him. Winnie Chogo, thank you very much for being with your dad when he was sick. As for Adiambo Nyakamami, Ruth, I don't know what to tell you. We planned with you together that you should rush to India and take care of Raila, and you are updating me every day, several times a day, and even that last day, when you told me he had collapsed, you kept on calling me. I was the first person you called until the last minute when you called, and now you are just crying. You did not talk, you are crying. So the two of us, we just wept. We wept for the second last son of our mother, Mary. Now, Oburu, you have been guiding us very well as a father. Please, I know that is your best friend and he has gone, but you please continue keeping us together as a family. Mama Ida, you are a strong lady and you have a beautiful family. Please continue putting us all together. I think that thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, my sister. I now want to take this opportunity to invite Taurei, who is the son of my sister Achieng, and Achieng is not able to come because she is a bit indisposed, and she is bringing her condolences through her son to Taurei.
Hello, Your Excellency.
fellow dignitaries, my family, and friends. I'm here representing Beryl Cheng Odinga. I'm her son, her last born. Other daughters couldn't make it at the moment, but we're here representing her. I'd just like to tell you all that Baba was Mom's best friend. He really cared about her, saw her through thick and thin, and even right now, I'm married to someone from Ngem. She's back there. Her name is Brenda, and Baba contributed heavily to our marriage. To this day, you can still hear him telling us the same things over and over. Your marriage is the strongest thing that you have in this life. And I just want to thank him for that and everything that he contributed towards our family. Thank you. All protocols observed, I would now want to say a few words about my brother Raila. I want to tell the mourners today that I have lost my best friend in life. I will never have any other friend like Raila. And it is with a heavy heart that I stand before you to mourn him. And I really feel like not saying anything because my best friend is gone. I would like to tell you people just a little bit about Raila. I cannot say it because it is too much. I cannot tell you. It can take the whole day. But I want to tell you that from childhood, Raila was a very, very caring boy. But he was also very principled. If he felt that he was being misused, he refused. For instance, one time, my father used to live in Kisumu, and we were living with my brother Raila in Yamira here. And we used to go to Maranda school every morning in the views before we reached school. We reached school when we were very wet. And one day, because my father used to come back home here every weekend, and when he came back that weekend, he expected us to be picking cotton, because this area used to be waken up so early to go and pick cotton, because Mzee was very strict. Everybody had to go and pick cotton. But Raila was still sleeping. So when Mzee asked him why he is not picking cotton, he told Mzee, Baba, don't you know it is very difficult to, don't you also try to pick it? And Mzee was not amused. So Mzee disciplined him a little for that statement. Again, the other time, my mother was going for a funeral to Alego, and he went to school and asked permission so that we could look after our siblings, the children, who are my sister Kinyi, who has just spoken here, and the other Achieng, whose son has spoken here. Those who are still small kids. So when we missed school for one day, the next day when we went to school, the same teacher gave us a lot of beatings. That's why we missed class. But my mother was not amused. So my mother went there to quarrel. But before then, when this teacher was disciplining us in class, he expected us to salute him after he had given you the beating. Do the saluting. But Raila refused to salute the teacher. So the teacher was not amused. The teacher called him, come again for another beating. He came back, and again teacher gave him another beating, he refused to salute. The third time, when the teacher gave him the last beating, he told the teacher that you are killing me for nothing, and my mother asked you for permission. So don't tell me again. And I can tell you that my brother also liked school. He liked school and he never missed school. Unlike my other brother, Agola, who did not enjoy school very much, but whenever my father put him to discipline, he went to school and studied, and that time he became number one. So can you imagine somebody who is a bottom and next term he is number one? And number one in class during those days. And Raila loved sport so much so that when we came back to Nyamira, we had a field where we were practicing jumping, we were practicing pole vault, we were practicing triple jump and other athletics. So Raila became a member of the management of the Athletics Association later, and he was a great lover of football. His team was called Arsenal. Raila is and he was also a patron of Gor Mahia. He also became a patron of Gor Mahia. And recently, you remember when Kenya was participating in the football match for Africa, he was with His Excellency the President at Kasarani Stadium to cheer. And whenever they were there with His Excellency, Kenya team won. It is only the day when His Excellency missed the football and Raila also missed the football that the Kenya team lost. But ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to bore you with the long speeches. We were with Raila in Germany. If you people see, he has some mark on his head. There is another mark here on his mouth. Those were, the one in his mouth was in Kisumu when we were playing at the place where Ofafa Memorial Hall is now placed. And we were playing and jumping over mango trees. And Raila fell down and I had to carry him on my back. And other people were laughing at me. That Raila, that Oburu was crying. Oh, I know Raila, wewe umeumia. Raila, umeumia. Right? But there it was. And the other one was in Germany. He met that accident. But he was a very brave man. I tell you, one day, when 1982, when there was an attempted coup, and my brother was arrested and charged with treason, I tell you, that was another very, very sad moment for us. I went to see my brother at committee prisons, and when he was in the black uniform, which is only for people who are in the death row, and I saw him in that uniform, and I cried. He was laughing and telling me, this is nothing, all this will go. I told him, how will it go and you are on the death row? I was really shaken when I saw him in that type of uniform. But Raila was so brave when he was fighting for justice. He braved it and he never feared anything. Even if he saw police throwing tear gas and doing whatever, Raila would face it. He would face it head on. He would not go back. Even when some of us were so scared, Raila would go ahead and continue. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank these people. First, I would like to thank His Excellency the President, who has stood with us right from the time I told him that Raila was sick. We were with him and Raila, we sat down and we organized and he agreed. And he is the one who organized the transport, who flew Raila to India for treatment. I also want to tell you that the president kept a vigil and he always checked on Raila to know what was was happening with him. The day Raila died, I first of all called him and told him he was in a very critical condition. I was told by my sister Akinyi that Adhiambo had called from India. So I called Adhiambo, and then within no time, Akinyi told me again that Adhiambo called and Akinyi was willing. I called the president again and informed him, and he was very sad. But he organized everything. All this arrangement would have been too heavy for the family. I don't know whether I would have not collapsed if this was placed on my shoulder to take care of this big crowd here. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you. I also want to thank the chairman of the National Funeral Committee, Professor Kithure Kindiki, who tirelessly worked and made sure that everything was organized and well arranged as it is now. I also want to thank the security which did this, the army, all the armed forces. All these are under instructions of the president. Thank you again for all that you did to us. I also want to take this opportunity to thank Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, who led a team to collect the body of my brother Raila from India back here home, and he was accompanied by the ministers on Mukkomen.
Hi, I'm Abdullah Farbusli, General Manager for Husky Middle East at Husky Technologies. We're excited to be back
to bring the body of Raila home. You did well. I also, my special thanks go to Dr. David Olunya, who is a personal doctor of my brother, and he has been with him all through. He went to India, but he has been with him even earlier than that. They were together in Dubai. They were together at Nairobi Hospital. So thank you, David. Thank you for everything that you did. I also want to thank Ogeta. Ogeta is our relative, Enyake Waka. He is the one who was taking care of Jacob up to the last moment when Jacob took his last breath. I also want to thank Jeff Oyer. I want to thank Winnie, particularly Winnie, the niece. Winnie is a very brave lady. She was there with Jacob when there was a session in Arusha where they were supposed to go for a session. I asked her, Winnie, are you not going? She told me, look at, then she just pointed at the father and said, him, I'm not going because of him. I have to be with him. And that is before Raila went to India. And she was there from that date. She took care of her father, and she was very, very, I think she was very caring. She did everything that is humanly possible to do. Thank you, Winnie, for everything. And my sister, Ruth Diambo, who also bought a ticket and went to see Raila. She sought her own visa, and she went there, and she was with him up to the last minute. Thank you, my sister. Thank you very much. I also want to thank Okech Sala from Migori, who was very close to Raila. He had arranged all the tickets, and he was with Raila all through. Okech Sala, thank you very much. I want to thank the National Assembly Speaker, the members who also organized and went. They did to collect Raila's body. Aaron Cheriot and Junet, Honorable Junet, though he did not go, but the majority leader in the National Assembly. And I also want to thank all the visitors who have come, and Your Excellency, the security which has been taking care of Raila. I would like to plead with you. They have done a great job. They have kept vigil and they have been there for him all through. So, Your Excellency, please give them promotion one grade. Just one grade would be too much. So, with those very many words, I would like now say bye-bye to my brother, bye-bye my best friend, bye-bye my confidant, bye-bye my everything, my advisor, and I would want to ask God the Almighty to put your soul in peace, and please greet for us our people who went before you, my mother, Mary Oginga, my father, Jaramogi, who went before us, and all our siblings who are there, and all the great leaders who are your friends, like Julius Nyerere. Greet them all for us. Thank you. May God take care of you, because you are a good man. You are a good man and a truthful man. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, I want to take this opportunity to call the spouse of Raila. She became more or less a widow when Raila was detained. At that time, Raila was only 37 years old. And this lady was younger than that. And some of you are so hot, you could not have. Now, as you come, I forgot to introduce my spouses. Dr. Ann Oburu, where are you? Dr. Ann. And Judy, where is Judy? Thank you. Thank you. Dr. Ida Odinga Canon, who is a canon of our church, Anglican Church. And I would now ask her to come and address the gathering.
Sayunti bemak bini osina katalwen kinga katari chobutuna magawe yoni yesu dokoro imani mona donjo edana kuriri imadi gengna katalwen kinga katari chobutuna magawe yoni yesu emsalaba orere imadi mona donjo edala ere imadi gengna katalwen kinga katari chobutuna magawe yoni yesu emsalaba.
God is good God is good all the time. I know you say that is his nature. And even at a time like this, let's not forget our God is there and our God is still good. He'll never leave us. He'll never forsake us. I want to begin by thanking the people of Kenya, the people of Africa, and the citizens of the world who have joined to help me bury my husband, the father of my 4 children, Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. I never imagined that it would fall on me to lead the family and the world in burying Raila. I hoped it would be the other way around. With pain, without lamentation, I accept the will of God. I want to thank the President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, and the government for going out of to accord my husband, our father, Right Honorable Raila Odinga, such a dignified send-off. Indeed, in this part of the world, we've never seen something like this. We've never seen a dignified send-off like what we see here in Bondo. Mr. President, thank you very much for according Raila this kind of send-off. Mr. President, my family is grateful to you for being a man of his word and a man who stands with friends after committing yourself to do so. Thank you. I want to thank the leaders of Kenya. I was looking around and said, whose name do I mention? But all of you are being very close to Raila. When I look back, I see people who are very close to Raila as friends and colleagues in the life of Kenya. I want to thank specifically former President Uhuru Kenyatta. He's a true friend. He stood by us. Yes, thank you. I want to thank once again of leaders from Kenya and across the world who have taken their time to mourn with us and to mourn with the family. And for this kind thought, you have spared your time to be here. I know there are many, many leaders from other parts of Africa. His best friend, Papa Olusegun Obasanjo. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much. And if you remember, after Jaramogi's death, he was here and opened the museum. I also want to thank Her Excellency, Mrs. Morgan Shangarai from Zimbabwe. Thank you very much for being with us. I know there are many others, and I'm going to write special letter to all others when the time comes, because I'm not able to mention them by word. Your words, your letters, your social media posts has gone a long way in lessening our pain and lifting our spirits. Thank you very much for that. Raila has been my husband for the last 52 years. Many of you who are here are younger than 52 years. You could easily have been our children. Like all the couples and families, we also had our ups and downs. But we've learned one thing, and that is we must talk straight to one another. We must forgive and move on. Now, juggling the family life and public lives exert extreme pressure and demands on us from time to time. I know most of the time we used to say Raila is more of public life, political life, than he is for family life. But every time he came, he gave us what we deserve. I remember he attends to each one of us individually according to our needs. And that is not only his children and grandchildren, but also to his brothers and sisters. When Oburu was here, he didn't emphasize. But I think the next person after loving me, the other person that he loves, leave alone his children, is Dr. Oburu. Raila would not do anything without consulting with Dr. Oburu. And if you wanted to know more, and you wanted to get to know what he's going to do, if you are clever, you talk to Dr. Oburu first, to talk to him, so that he softened the way for you to talk to him. Through all this, what remained unchanged was our commitment to each other. On our belief that he had seen through and vows, and we met each other at the start. It worked for us. It was through the timeless years of detention, years of exile, and decades of commitment to the people of Kenya and the people of Africa. The detention years and years in this exile tested our family in a way only the family can appreciate. It was not easy. But all the time, when he was away, either in detention or in exile, I knew he would always come back. This time, I'll have to join him wherever he has gone, because he'll never come back. But the spirit lives on. When I first met Raila, some 54 years ago, I didn't see his political side. I didn't see it coming either. He was not a politician in any form. I knew his father very fast. The very first world countries, Kenya, we are still dragging. This thing can be changed. I've traveled in many countries. In 1995, during the International Women's Decade that was in Beijing, we went to Beijing, the women of the world went to Beijing, and what I noticed that the tallest building in Beijing was a 4-story building, and it was a hotel. I also noticed, that's me, that many of the people who are working in Beijing, the Chinese, they were wearing what we call overalls, the things that industrialists wear in the factory. They were either yellow, red, blue, green, or any other.
think so. Go to Beijing today, you can see a different world. It can be done. Even in Kenya, we can change it. Work, determination, focus.
Life is a series of pursuits. A journey to achieve goals for yourself.
Leadership is focused in changing the country. Let's not seek leadership to enrich ourselves. Let's not seek leadership to acquire wealth for ourselves, but acquire wealth for Kenya and acquire wealth for our generation to come. In the name of Raila, I appeal that we focus on national wealth instead of personal wealth. I appeal that we work on quality education, education that will lead us to be people that God made us to be. I appeal that we have our nation in order, correct our health institutions so that it gives us the kind of life that we need to live. There are many others. Dear Kenyans, today I surrender Raila to friends, family, and patriots who went ahead of him. I surrender Raila to eternity, and I surrender Raila to all the ages. I know he's comfortable where he is. I know he deserves to be in the company where he is. And I pray that when my time comes, I'll join him there in heaven. Fare thee well, my dear husband. Fare thee, Jane, father of our children. Fare you well, the friends of many. If you want to start again, I would be there with you. Thank you, and may God bless you all.
Your Excellencies, fellow mourners, we have given the family ample time to eulogize and pay tribute to our departed leader. I want to request that the speakers that will come from now to focus on the occasion of today and be very brief, and other than perhaps the president and the retired president and President Obasanjo, everyone else, no one should speak for more than 3 minutes. Otherwise, we'll be here until night. I want to urge us respectively to dignify the day by being brief and to the point. I want to request Honorable Millie Odhiambo to come and read out in acknowledgement all the names of the members of parliament present and say a few things before, after she finishes, so that I don't keep on coming here. We will have Senator Ledama Olekina. Both the two of them are the minority whips. Senator Olekina will come and introduce the senators.
Your Excellency, the President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, all the dignitaries here, Mama Ida,
the smaller family of Baba, and the larger family of Baba, including the international family. I greet you in the name of our Lord God Jesus Christ. Your Excellency, my task is very little. As you know, sometimes I am called a bad girl. For the sake of Baba today, when we are sending Baba, a man I respect and to whom I owe my political career to, I will be a good girl. Thank you very much. I told you I'll be a good girl and I do what I'm told. So before I go on to introduce the members of parliament, because that's how good I'm going to be, I'll request Honorable Dr. Ida Odinga to please join us back on stage. Karibu Mama and Pole Pole Sana. We are with you.
These things sometimes start early. When I was speaking here, I'm being reminded that I did not introduce the grandchildren. Raila had grandchildren. The ones who are here, we start with Safi. We start with Safi. Hello, everybody. Yeah. Oh, okay. I have a short speech. So, okay. I will say my short speech for everybody. Okay. Hello, everybody. I hope everybody is doing good today. Thank you all for coming to have us mourn my grandfather. Today I stand before you not only as a Kenyan mourning the loss of a nation, but a grandchild mourning the loss of her grandfather, the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. While the world might remember him as the people's president, a political giant, a freedom fighter, I will always remember him as a man of quiet strength, fierce love, and unshakable purpose. My Babu, my hero. It is very hard to write to somebody, especially when you thought that person was immortal. I think of this situation as the ending of a great TV show. Like movie critics, we should focus not only on the ending, but what made the ending so impactful. The patient listener, a gentle teacher, the grandfather who never let the weight of the world stop him from showing up for all his family members, laughing with wisdom and with patience. When I was in school, I was part of a play. I wasn't the main character. I wasn't even a side character. I was a mere backup singer. I remember telling my grandfather how play and how I couldn't bear being in it. And I remember telling him. And I remember the morning of they were getting ready. They marked it for a chopper. My grandfather had managed to make it to my event. This is to show the type of person he was, no matter how big. And I want to say this especially to my Kenyan people. We are the legacy, especially to my Kenyan people. We are the legacy. If you ever doubted your voice, doubted that you mattered, remember him. If you ever felt too small to make a difference, remember him. Remember, he was not born a legend. He became one by showing up, by speaking up, and refusing to sit down and be silent when it was easier. I use my time to keep this legacy alive and remind the nation that not only was there so much greatness in him, but there's as much greatness in you as well. You can only live once. Live it right. Once is enough. Joey! 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 Thank you. Oh, sorry, I'm Safi. And I go to school in the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. I now use this opportunity to introduce my other cousins. Come on.
Hello, everybody. My name is Sanaya Odinga. I stand here before you not just as a young Kenyan, but as a proud granddaughter of the now late Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. To the world, he's a statesman, a leader, a freedom fighter, a symbol of Kenya's struggles for democracy and justice. But to me, he's always been more than the headlines, crowns, or politics. To me, he's my grandfather, a warm, wise. He was always warm, wise, and always full of stories, laughter, and love. Some of my earliest memories of my grandpa are sitting beside his side, listening to all the stories he told me about our country, about where we've come from, and about why he chose to fight, and about Kenya. And I really miss him, and I still can't believe this is happening. Rest in peace, Baba.
There's also Alai Raila Odinga, who unfortunately is not here with us. But okay. Now we have Safi and Nai. These are children of Rosemary. Alai is a son of my late son, Fidel Castro Odinga. He's the one who is not here with us today. But yeah, it's like. Then we have Amolo Odinga and Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. The two boys are the sons of Junior. May God bless you. Now you know who the Odingas are. Thank you for reminding me.
There are many people who have taken after Baba in that family because Baba so hold your hand. And we will hold the hands of Winnie, we will hold the hands of Rosemary, and we will hold the hands of Junior. I would like to request the members of the National Assembly who are here to be upstanding. Rene Mayaka, you will help me from where you are. If I forget anybody, I've declared you my assistant. And if I call you, you sit down so that if I don't call you, I will know who I've not called. So I don't have any you, even though at heart I'm Gen Z. There's a disease that has caught up with me of late. It's called menopause. So we are led by Honorable Moses Wetangula as a speaker. He's not standing. And I would want to acknowledge the area member of parliament, Honorable Gideon Ochanda. I want to acknowledge the woman representative of this area, Honorable Dr. Christine Ombaka. The rest I'll call you very quickly, but I know Kimani and Jeanette will have a chance, the parliamentary leadership, but I'll just acknowledge you. Honorable Kimani Ichungwa, Honorable Jeanette Mohammed, Honorable Owen Baya, and Honorable Mark Mwenje, those are in the leadership. Honorable Rashid Bedzimba, Honorable Rachel Ameso, former member of parliament, but also PS Commissioner, Chief,
Honorable Maalim, Honorable George Aladwa, Honorable Adipo Wome, the tallest man in parliament, Honorable Mugabe Innocent, Honorable Otiende in the committee, Honorable Tom Odege, Honorable TJ Kajwang, Honorable Nabi Nabwera, Honorable Elisha Odhiambo, Honorable Gertrude Mbeyu, Honorable Felix Jalango, aka Jalas, Honorable John Ariko, Honorable Fatuma Mohammed Full Network, Honorable Rosa Buyu Dwasi, Honorable Eva Kinyo Bara, Honorable Beatrice Elachi, Honorable Esther Pasaris, Honorable Irene Mayaka, Honorable Babu Owino, Honorable Naika Johnson, Honorable Oku Kaunya, Honorable Samuel Atandi, Chair of Budget, Honorable Shakil Shabir, Honorable Oyula, Honorable Mark Nyabita, Honorable Aduma Owuor, Honorable Joshua Ngeno, Honorable Tindi Mwale, Honorable Badi Twali, Honorable Dr. Lillian Gogo, Honorable Jared Okello, Honorable Koyo Wura, Honorable Mishi Mboko, who is also a PSC, myself, Emilio Diambo, of course, Honorable Chonga, Honorable Raphael Wanjala, Honorable Dixon Maungu, Honorable Dr. James Nyikal, who is also the chairman of Dual, Honorable Oscar Nabulindo, Honorable Peter Masara, Honorable Jen Kagiri, Honorable Mark Mwenje, Honorable Manduku, Honorable Rehab Mukami, Honorable Doris Donya, Honorable Lillian Sioi, Honorable Sabina Chege, Honorable Irene Njoki, Honorable Geoffrey Odanga, Honorable Caleb Amisi, Honorable Naisula Lesuda, Honorable Osogo, Honorable Wilberforce, Honorable Carido Daniel, Honorable Amina Mohammed, Honorable Fatou Mohammed, Honorable Beatrice Adagala, Honorable Hussein Weitan, Honorable Umi Harun, Honorable Mogaka Stephen, Honorable Zambia, Honorable Mawade, Honorable Stephen Mule. I think I mentioned Shakil Shab. Yes, Ron. I can't. Honorable Umi Harun, Honorable Catherine Omanyo, Honorable Fatuma Jeho, Honorable Amina Mnyazi, Honorable Kombe, Honorable Machele. Anybody remaining? I think I am done with the National Assembly and Your Excellency the day. Oh, Honorable Boko Milema, you are hidden there. That's why I can't see you. Thank you. And Deputy President, I just want to say that I talked to Baba on Monday evening when he was with Adhiambo, and I want to confirm that what he said the same thing to me, that we need to be united as a party. And he told me in Kijaluo, God, Achia. And then Baba also told me, jokingly, because when I asked him, Baba, how are you? He told me, I am fine. In fact, in the morning, I walked all around. I am even surprised there are people who have killed me in Kenya and have already buried me. I want to tell you, as Jokanyanam, that for those who killed Baba and buried Baba before his time, because we are Christians, we forgive you. But we will never forget. But we also want to tell you, that for those who stood with Baba, for those who we shall never forget. And I want to tell you, and I want to thank you, Your Excellency, President William Samoei Ruto, that you do not understand. I know some of us look strong. I was in State House the morning you broke the news, and amongst the Luo, in the political class that day, I was the only ODM person. Bacho, ne Pinyo Chama. I didn't understand what Pinyo Chama meant until the president broke the news as we sat. Said, I have bad news. I think it was 7 in the morning. And he said, but even before he said I knew, I don't know how I knew. And Mr. President, Your Excellency, the longest journey I have walked, if you don't know, was from your office to where I left my car. I almost collapsed twice. I am strong, but the death of Baba is the hardest thing. Those who believe in his ways have had to deal with. And when you sent us, you removed the women, and I thank you for your sensitivity. And you told us to go and stand with Mama Ida. I thank you for that sensitivity. We shall never forget. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and God bless you. Let me take this opportunity to invite Ledama Olekina to welcome the Senate. And as he is coming, Yokanyanam, Donguyena Mundagone Baboriti, Donguyena Mundagone Baboriti, Donguyena Mundagone Baboriti, Agone Baboriti, Aguambo, Baba, Wad Mary, Indung Burukionge Baba.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, Your Excellency, the Deputy President, Your Excellency, the former President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency, President Olusegun Obasanjo, the Speakers of the National Assembly and the Senate, all mourners here, the ODM fraternity, good afternoon. I stand here today before I introduce my colleagues in the Senate. I just want to say that I've been shaking ever since I had the news that Baba is no more. Baba taught me a lot. There's a lot that he shared with me. Occasionally when we had private lunches, when we traveled together. And I remember, because this is very personal to me, that on the day that we lost our election at Bomas of Kenya, and I was admitted at the hospital after having been hit, Baba called me and told me one thing. He said to me, "My son, what is important is the unity of this country. Your health is more important. Our victory has just been delayed, but it is inevitable. It is coming." Today, I want to speak to all of us here that Baba spoke for us for generations. He spoke for us for decades. Baba is no longer there to speak for us. It is now us, it is upon us to be able to speak for ourselves, to make sure that we do what is right for Baba. Before Baba went, he showed us the way. He brought us to the broad-based government. And I want to tell you, that is where we are. And Mr. President, I want to assure you that, we always say that Baba is right. Baba was right when he was alive, and Baba is still right when he's lying and when he's in heaven. Baba will always tell us, go right, and would not question. And I want to assure you, Mr. President, for what you've done for us, we shall remain united to be able to go the way Baba wanted us to go, to remain in the broad-based government. There are challenges ahead, but we are determined. Let me take this opportunity to introduce my colleagues in the Senate. I'd like to request all my colleagues in the Senate to please stand up. I'll start by introducing, but I know they will have time to be able to speak. But we're led by two very eloquent and able leaders. The majority leader, Aaron Cheriot. We have the minority leader, Mazayo, Stuart Mazayo from Kilifi. And then my deputy, Edwin Sifuna. Who is also the Secretary General for the ODM party. The distinguished senator from Vihiga, who is also the chair of CIPIC, Geoffrey Osotsi. Then I have a man who's never gone to law school, but is a lawyer. The senator from Busia, Okiya Mtata. My dear sister, Senator Hamida, who's always been right where Baba is, nominated senator. And then we have the women's president, Beth Siango, nominated senator from ODM. Then we have senior counsel, who is also a member of the Parliamentary Service Commission, and senator from Nyamira. His name is running away from my head. Okongo Omogeni. And then we have a young man who I love and respect, who has always been very, very close to Senator Eddie Okech. Thank you for what you did for Baba. We have Senator Helena Lemalatia. Then we have my brother, Senator from Homa Bay, a man I love so much, a man who loved Baba so much. Senator Moses Kajwang, who is also the chair of PAC. Then we have Bunge FM. Her name is Senator Miraj from Mombasa. We also have a former governor of Western Gishu County, Senator Governor Mandago. We have the next is Senator Catherine Moma, who is also a member of the Speaker's panel. We have a distinguished senator from Homa Bay, and her name is Beatrice Ogola. And then we have a man who speaks Swahili, and a very good man from Embu, and his name is Senator Mundigi. We have, next to Senator Mundigi, we have VIP. Baba was magnanimous. The only virtually impaired senator we have in Kenya, who is a lady of our own standard. Her name is Senator Crystal Asige. Next to Crystal Asige, we have a senator from Nairobi, and her name is Senator Montet. And then next to her is, this is Betty Montet. And then next to her is my dear sister from Nairobi, and I'm sure you know her very well. I'm forgetting her name again. I'm just joking, man. Come on. How can I forget Karen Nyamu? Next to Karen Nyamu, we have Senator from Taita Taveta, who is Senator Mwaruma. Next to Senator Mwaruma is we have Senator from Machakos County, Senator Agnes Mudama. Then next to Agnes Mudama, we have the Deputy Minority Leader of the Senate, Senator Wambua from Kitui County. Then on my left, I have Senator from Kisumu County, Tom Ojenda. And then on the far right there, we have Senator from Kisii County, Senator Onyonka. And then finally, we also have a Senator from Bungoma County. I'm trying to remember his name. Senator Okoli. And then finally is a senator from Sierra County, the youth leader, Oburu Odinga. Now, before I hand over the mic to the Deputy President, this is a message for all of us here in Kenya. I know a lot of people are expecting that the ODM will fight, that the ODM will have different facets. I want to assure Kenyans that as long as God gives us time on this earth, we will follow Baba's footsteps. Baba said, we stay together, and that is the last message that he left for us. And I do hope that we can all come together to be able to ensure that we fulfill the dreams and aspirations of our hero. Baba, I will miss you. The Maasai nation will miss you. You stood firm with us when we are fighting for our land rights. We will never forget that. When you go and you meet Olenti Mama, please say hello to him. When you meet all those Maasai leaders, Ole Sankale, Ole Tip Tip, including even Saitoti, please say hello to them and tell them that the current generation will keep the fire that you left burning, continue burning. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
I now want to invite the chair of ODM, Governor Gladys Wanga, to come and invite a few speakers from the party. Ida Betty Odinga, Rosemary, Junior, Winnie, the family, fellow mourners, allow me to bring my condolences on my own behalf, on behalf of my family, my husband George who is here, and on behalf of the great people of Homa Bay for the loss of our father, the loss of our leader, the loss of Baba. We celebrate the life of a patriot, the life of Agwambo Wanyalego, the life of Tinga, the life of the Enigma, the life of Juan Fidel, Owaga Kiji. And allow me, on behalf of the party, to thank you, Minpin. Receive gratitude from a grateful party for taking care of Baba all these years, the 50 plus years. If you are a woman or person here, Baba would have come back sometimes and found you not there. You stood firm beside him. And for that, we say, thank you very much. Over the last 20 years, Baba built a national, vibrant, and dynamic party, the largest party south of Sahara and north of River Limpopo, the ODM party, which has its members from Vanga in Kwale to Todonyang in Turkana, from Wajir up north to Nyatike Wotorumo and Mageta Island here in Siaya. To the over 7 million members of the ODM party, who are some of whom are here, but are mourning across the country, we say pole. But we say we remain focused and Baba's spirit lives on. The over 1.3 million ODM party officials, from polling stations to branches to counties, najua mko hapa, nataka kuwaona kwa mkono, our grassroots officials of the ODM party, mahali popote ambayo mko, nikisema ODM mnipe tuko tayari. ODM! ODM! Our message is simple. That was our true north. And today, consult him. But we must ask ourselves, in any situation, what would Baba do? Faced with the decision of unity of the country or division, what would Baba do? Faced with a decision of hate or love, what would Baba do? Faced with a decision of exclusion or inclusion, what would Baba do? Faced with a decision of hope or despair, what would Baba do? Faced with a decision of whether to kuwa watu wa Man U ama Arsenal, Baba atachagua gani? Lazima tujiulize, what would Baba do? Your Excellency, our President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, allow me to thank you on behalf of the party for the honor and dignity that you have granted to our father, our patriot, as he lies here as an elaborate state burial, which you have overseen personally. We thank you, and we do not take it for granted any bit. You designated our Deputy President, Kithure Kindiki, to lead it. Thank you, Professor. Our brother, Dr. Ray, thank you for all the running around that you have done during this process. Your Excellency, we only ask you for one more honor. Ile stadium yetu ambayo inakuja kubwa sana, 60,000 capacity, tunaitwa kwa kizungu magnificent. Tunaomba kama chama, hiyo ikuwe na jina Raila Odinga Talanta Stadium, Nairobi. Alafu, since wewe pia ni mtu ya Arsenal, next year, ukiimaliza, Baba alikuwa Arsenali, wewe pia ni Arsenali.
Ulete Arsenal hapo wacheze na Harambee Stars the Raila Cup next year. Na watu wa Man U wajipange siku hiyo watafute shughuli nyingine. Your Excellency, finally, we said always that this our father, when he says left, we go left. When he says right, we go right. When he says fire, we fire. The last instruction he left us with, and with a very clear mind. And I remember him speaking at the burial of the late Dr. Phoebe Asio, and he said he made a clear decision to work with you for the stability and unity of the nation inside the broad-based government. That is the last standing instruction that Baba gave us. And as a people and as a party, that is where we will stand. Yothurwa, Baba no when watch ka, no when watch, ni wana isirikal mar broadbased. Oka oya wuotwa, tindo rito pesa, tindo rito match, tindo rito bunde.
I'm a terrible note taker. My notes look like doctor's handwriting mixed with abstract art. And my type notes, forget it.
Changanyiko. Kanye mwabete kusokele machanganyiko. Kanye mwabete kusokele machanganyiko. Kanye mwabete kusokele machanganyiko. Yo mabet kanye fuana urubani we yamo. Mano tik. Mano sekado. Your Excellency, I have a small responsibility as the chairman of the party. Unajua baba alisema, wewe DJ, hapana leta nini? Hapana leta nini? Sasa DJ asilete nini? Yes. Your Excellency, I have a small responsibility to invite certain members, just a few, of our ODM party to also get an opportunity to say very brief tributes to Baba. We have with us our Kerr. The Kerr is not a party member, but he is a leader of the Luo. So I want to invite our Kerr, who is a bit far. So as the Kerr comes, because it will take a bit of time, I want to invite somebody to invoke the spirits. And since Ajiki, Winnie already invited Nyabungu to invoke the spirits, I want to invite Owaka as he comes. Please invoke the spirits of Ramogi so that they can come down. Joey! Joey! Hola! Hola, hola, hola. Hola, 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 hola. Hola. Joey! Joey! Raila ina tutu winyo mangongo akwamo ina tutu winyo mangongo winyo majayo akugwe Raila ina tutu winyo mangongo Raila ina tutu ni winyo mangongo winyo majayo akugwe Joey Luo wajong luo ni gimare Sibija ima mituru tegi nuna ukara chuanya Libe namdirio kanyam kudu kudu marino dukuro mena Igori usuna kamanura de kiruda Hallelujah lunuri pijiniba Joey Thank you.
His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. Samuel Ruto. Mama Ida, nyithinde duto gi familia ma joka Jaramogi. Akelo nu mos mamara mondo ukaw kuyo mamara kaka odong Miranda mosiep Raila. Joka Nyanam untie. Joka Nyanam untie. Joluo untie. Adwa wuoyo kodu matin ahinya. Adwa wuoyo kuomu kod ng'ama ng'eyo. Raila Munyalego mosiepna. Adwa mondo uchik itu joka Nyanam. Joluo untie. Satana shindwe. Satana shindwe. Akwayo oganda Luo. Akwayo oganda Luo. Nikech wan gi welo. Welo moa kuonde duto. Mondo uywak Raila gi kwe. Mondo welo biwa gi kwe. Kapok adhi nyime, to akwayo jodongo moa kamoro amora ma jaduong'. Ng'ama iluongo ni jaduong'. Iluongo ni Elda mondo amalo oting' bade. Jaduong' yoyote kama entie. Jodongo moa Mombasa. Jodongo moa Nakuru. Jodongo moa Kitale. Jaduong' moa kamoro amora. Joka Nyanam untie. Adwa wacho du story matin. Joluo adwa wacho du story matin. Raila Munyalego monindo kani. Raila ne wan ga jela. Raila ni Manyani to anan Kamiti. Chieng' moro higa pila boro gabiriyo. Ng'ato biro e jela. To donjo kuma ji ok donjie, kuma ok dware ji. To timo na bade ni ber odok. Bang' juma achiel ochako duogo kendo ochako dok. Chieng' mar adek koduogo to okone niya, nawe luor ka dhako. Gimokele ka gima lich ahinya. Ni bunde gi pesa ma Raila nomiye. To ne wan ji ang'wen kende. Ne wan go kucha ariyo. Gi jabalo achiel. Na malo. Minago ni ng'ani ni jogo senego Raila ibilo. Ibiro nega ibilo koni. Uwinjo wachno. Aneno mang'eny. E sirikal marach. Mane nego ji. Achiegni gi weyo. Tadwa wachonu. Oganda mondo oriwre. Raila joriwo wate. Akwa joluo. Nyithi Luo. Miluongo ni Gen Z. Riwre uru. Kik upogru. Mondo kochopo higa 2027 to wadok kura maber. Yanda wacho ne president. Ni mondo ng'e joluo gi wenge ariyo. To kong'iyo gi wenge ariyo. Wabiro ng'iyo gi wenge adek. Warito kode higni mabiro goeko mondo wane kaka Wuod Lang'o tiyo kodwa. To akwayo kama Raila owewa. Raila owewa bi road based government. Joluo bedu kanyo. Joluo bedu kanyo. Tine wao mach. Awacho duka we unia. Nyujan ga ogudu marwakone. Joluo makonge mayanto kelo na. To joluo gi openja. Ito Bwana Ker. Joluo ma ungo gi milion adi. Sakone gi 1 million ang'wen. To konu utima ng'o gi mon. Uwinjo wachni. Ang'o mondo mon nyuol. Akwayo ni kawuono. Kuwa ka. Uchak Raila te. Erokamano mama.
Koro kigoko kaina nikech chako Raila ok tich mayot. At this juncture, allow me to ask all MCAs, wherever you are, to please rise. MCAs wote tafadhali you so that you're recognized. Our speakers of the county assemblies, we recognize you. Asanteni sana. God bless you for coming. Keti tafadhali. And now let me invite the Honorable Dr. James Nyikal, MP for Seme, Chair of the Health Committee, and Chairman of Duol, to come and speak on behalf of all MPs of this region.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency, former President of the Republic of Kenya, President Olusegun Obasanjo, the family of Right Honorable Raila Odinga, Dr. Guru, Mom and the children, all the distinguished guests. I am chair of the caucus of UMPs. And I want to, first of all, thank the family of the departed Raila Molo Odinga for supporting him while he gave his life totally to the people of Kenya. And particularly to us politicians. I also want to thank the President of Kenya, Dr. Samoei Ruto, for the befitting send-off and the care he took of our departed leader. I also want to thank him for the cooperation Raila Odinga that in my view and everybody's view has stabilized this country. We as a caucus will work within the ideals of our party ODM. That is the party of Raila, whose ideals are a united one Kenya, respect for democracy, respect for justice and human rights, and above all, service to the people. Raila believes the only purpose of power is to improve the welfare of people and give them the services they deserve. To that extent, he hated corruption. And those are the ideals of the party he has left us, and those are the ideals we shall live with. The last consultation we have with him as a caucus, he told us, as you work with the government, which is the broad-based government, make sure Kenya...
Say goodbye to Slack because chat's here. Everything you need in chat is here.
Going forward, I will advise you. But now, this is gone. We will live by the ideals of ODM as led by the acting party leader, his brother, Oburu. ODM, Juturwa, Raila no wacho ni mane party wa, mbaka mwago kodi mugi keduol. No wacho ni kako gande nyaku riuruok emimiyo en wan gi teko, wacho ni kata teko ne wuok e riuruok wa, nyaku bed gi moradi achiel. Mar ariyo, ODM e party wa makwa we ODM kamora mora mo wantie to walal. ODM. Juturo party wa enango. ODM. And that's where we are. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nyikal. At this juncture, I'd like to ask our National Executive Committee to please rise wherever you are. The National Executive Committee of the party, tafadhali tusimame for recognition. Asanteni
Sana. Thank you so much, the National Executive Committee. I want to specifically recognize our Executive Director, Odoro Ngwen, and our Finance Director, Joshua Kawino. All the other NEC members except Central Committee members, Mbaki Mkisimama, Mkae, all others, please sit. Central Committee members, please remain standing. Central Committee members of the party. Together with our Vice Chairpersons. I just want to recognize you. Our Vice Chairperson, Dr. Otienda Molo, our Professor Peter Nyang Nyongo, who's also in the Central Committee of the party, our Deputy Party Leader, Abdul Somad. The Deputy Party Leaders, I'll pass you and the SG because you'll come and speak, just sit. Our Whip, who is Honorable Millie Mabona, Honorable Rosa Buyu, who's the Director of Political Affairs, our President for the Women, Beth Siengo, our Vice Chair, Honorable Ariko from Turkana, our Youth President Ketora, our Vice Chair Senator Mwaruma from Taita Taveta, the party's Treasurer Timothy Bosire, and no, the next members just be our Vice Chair Christine Lemein. Amevaki Masai. Oh no, something is covering her. Christine Lemein, our Vice Chair from Narok. Asante Sana. Please just be seated. I would now like to invite our Secretary General of the party, Senator Sifuna, to come and make his remarks.
Asante sana. Asante sana kwa familia ya baba yetu, rafiki yetu, kiongozi wetu, rafiki yetu ambaye ametulea sisi vijana katika siasa, wakiongozwa na Mama Aida, ndugu yangu Raila Junior, na dada zangu wawili Winnie na Rosemary. Mheshimiwa Rais na viongozi wote ambao wamefika hapa, na wasalimu kwa jina la Yesu. Hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. Hebu nipungie mkono kama unaniona, hata wa kanisa. Asante. Asante. Mimi ndio Sifuna, katibu mkuu wa chama cha ODM, seneta wa Nairobi na naibu kiranja wa walio wachache pale kwenye Senate. Zaidi ya yote, mimi ni kijana wa baba. Waheshimiwa wote ambao wamefika hapa leo, I have been extremely privileged. It is the privilege of my life to have met Baba, to have studied under his feet, to have learned all that I have learned from him, and finally to serve him as his Secretary General for the last 8 years. I will eternally be grateful to you, Jacob, for the opportunity that you gave me. I have never had opportunity to ask why you picked me, Baba. Tumekuwa na wewe katika sherehe kama hizi nyingi sana. Na wakati moja tulikuwa tunaulizana, mimi nilikuwa najua nikifariki Baba atakuwa kwa mazishi yangu. Nilikuwa najiuliza, Baba, if you came to my burial, what would you say? Na nikajiuliza, what will I say on that dreadful day when we have to bury our Baba, our mentor, our leader? Words fail me. Na since Baba akuwe mgonjwa alipoenda nje kutafuta matibabu, asanteni, nimekuwa nikijiuliza, wherever Baba is, what is it that I can say or do that will actually make him proud? What are the things that we should do as a leadership of the party right now to make Baba smile from wherever he is? And in my view, this is not the time to push divisive narratives in ODM. This is not the time. You all know, nyinyi wote mnajua ya kwamba ni chama cha kila mtu, si ndio? Chama cha Kenya
viongozi wa chama tuonyeshe umoja ili hawa ndugu zetu ambao ni wanachama wafuate mfano wetu. Nataka niseme hapa mbele yako baba ya kwamba chama hiki ambacho umetuachia, mimi Sifuna sitakuwa baadhi ya wale ambao watachangia kuangusha chama cha Raila Amolo Odinga. Because ODM is one of your biggest legacies, Your Excellency Baba. I, as Sifuna, will do everything in my power to keep this party united and together. Even in the face of open provocation, Baba, you know what I am talking about. You know why I'm saying that. So, mimi nataka niseme ya kwamba vile Reverend Wesonga ametuambia hapa, Baba alikuwa anasikiza wananchi. Baba alikuwa anasikiza wananchi. Na mimi nataka kuencourage wanachama wa ODM. Sisi viongozi sasa tunyamaze kidogo, tusikie nyinyi mnasema nini. Nyinyi mtuambie mnataka tufanye nini na chama cha Baba Raila. Namaliza nikisema Baba Raila Amolo Odinga alizungumza wazi mbele ya nchi nzima tarehe 22 mwezi uliopita mbele ya hawa wabunge katika hoteli ya Agile pale Nairobi. Baba aliongea yake mwenyewe, na waomba viongozi msiingize maneno kwa mdomo ya mtu ambaye amelala. Alisema yeye mwenyewe, akasema kama chama lazima tujiandae kwa ajili ya uchaguzi wa mwaka 2027. Na wale ambao wanaeleza mambo mengine hapa, Baba alisema who has told you? Who has told you? Ya Baba ambaye alitoa chini ya siku 23 ambazo zimepita kabla afariki. Kwa hayo mengi ni jukumu langu pia kama katibu mkuu wa chama. Mheshimiwa Rais, ilinivunja moyo sana kwamba Baba alitoka Nairobi bila kusikia sauti za watu wa Nairobi wakisema tuko tayari. Sasa ni jukumu la hawa ambao wamefika hapa leo. Nataka mseme chant ya chama cha ODM mpaka Baba ajue anazikwa na wanachama wa ODM. Nikisema ODM tunasema tuko tayari. Muko tayari? Muko tayari? ODM! 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 Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki.
Thank you so much, our SG.